So, hello everyone. Today I'll be dealing with the topic Interrogating Existence, a comparative analysis of Pinter's and Beckett's masterpiece. These are my personal information. And yes, I'll be dealing with Pinter's The Birthday Party and Beckett's masterpiece that is Waiting for Godot. So, in both the plays, I'll be talking about their themes and like absurdism or uselessness we'll see in this. So, the absurdist transition, the foundation and influences, the origin of absurdist theater. The theater of the absurd emerged as a response to the breakdown of traditional values and the existential crisis of the mid 20th century, influenced by existential philosophy, philosopher Camus, Sartre, and Heidegger. The movement explored themes of human existence, absurdity, and the breakdown of communication. Philosophical influence explored philosophical themes such as the meaninglessness of existence, the absurdity of human condition, and the breakdown of communication, symbolism, surrealism, and the absurdity to depict the absurdity and chaos of life, often employing dream-like imagery and disjointed narratives. Subvertive realism, uh, absurdist playwrights criticized conventional language as inadequate for experiencing human experience, expressing human experience, emphasizing its limitations and distortions. The movement subverted traditional notions of reality, presenting a distorted, fragmented world where characters grapple with existential despair and absurdity of existence. The Pinter's birthday party subverting normalcy and questioning identity. The play is very well explained and the themes and all by the Ria, Pallavi Rahul and all. So I won't dive deep into it. But yes, the Harold Pinter, a key figure in this movement, portrayed themes of unknown menace, verbal torture, and power struggle. Pinter's characters often engage in abusive language and power struggle, reflecting unequal power dynamics. Fragmented identities. The birthday party demonstrates how Stanley's identity is gradually destroyed through linguistic manipulation and power struggle by Goldberg and Megan. Stanley's resistance against the threats to his identity highlights the struggle for individual agency in the faces of oppressive forces. The absurdity of language, the cultures and impoliteness theory and Spencer's Otis report management model are applied to analyze the power dynamics in the play's dialogue. The characters using linguistic strategies to assert superiority and undermine others. The absurdity of language is evident in the characters' fragmented conversation filled with sarcasm, insults, and power plays. Now, the waiting for Godot. Here, as we all know, the overview, like what the Vladimir and Estragon and the all characters are doing. So, on that basis, the uselessness of language in wasting time, we can see that how they are just wasting their time just to time pass, and they are for as they are waiting for Godot and they have nothing to do, so they just does time pass. Characters engage in conversation primarily to pass time, reflecting the theme of existential boredom and futility. Time is portrayed as an enemy, with characters stuck in a cycle of waiting and aimless conversation. The core of language, Beckett's language explores the meaninglessness and disorder of the world. Language serves as a tool of depiction with the characters struggling to find meaning. So when that Lucky is allowed to speak, that now if you want to speak. So at that time he is speaking like without the connection. His words is not connecting his. Though he is as he was allowed to, like he was just given a permission to go and speak, and at that time he was just mixing his emotions, but there was no connection between them. It was just Language serves as a tool of depiction with characters struggle to find meaning. Beckett's language is serious, complex, and uneasy to understand, reflecting the character's struggle, the exclusive Godot. The mysterious and absent figure of Godot symbolizes the search for transcendent meaning, which remains forever out of reach. Characters struggle to find their true selves amidst the indifferent universe, leading to a sense of despair and withdrawal. Now, the theme of isolation in both the play will just compare it. And isolation and existential crisis. Pinter's and Beckett's characters are profoundly isolated, unable to meaningfully connect with the others and grapple with the profound sense of disconnection. Characters struggle to communicate and find meaning in a seemingly meaningless world. Surreal events. The plays feature strange and irrational occurrences such as characters changing personalities or improbable physical transformation. Yes, we can see in that Goldberg that he was being sweet to others, and whereas when it comes to Stanley, he was just humiliating him with his words and questioning reality. The plays challenge the audience's perception of reality, blurring the lines between truth and illusion. The plays challenge the audience's perception of reality and rationality through absurd events and dialogue. They provoke critical reflection on their irrationality of human existence. Now, language and silence, communicative breakdowns in the plays. Fragmented dialogues. Dialogues between characters is fragmented and often meaningless. Like Meg and Betty, they both were like at the morning she was serving breakfast, and how am I like the talk between them was very silly and meaningless. Words lose their meaning, and language becomes a source of confusion rather than clarity. Beckett uses repeated vocabulary, pronoun changes, and sound effects to reinforce themes of absurdity and meaninglessness. Tool of depiction. It is described as gloomy, mischievous, and full of aggressive details mirroring the character's existential angst. The language is difficult to understand, adding to overall sense of disorientation. Silence and subtext. The play are punctuated by moments of pregnant silence, where the unspoken becomes as significant as the spoken, adding the sense of unease and isolation, indicating the character's inability to find meaning or connection. In the absence of meaningful communication, characters resort to silence or engage in absurd dialogues, as I mentioned about the Meg, Betty, and also Meg with Stanley and all, just silly communication, highlighting the inefficiency of language in expressing complex emotions and characterization and struggle for agency. Agency is protagonist turmoil. Pinter and Beckett's protagonists, such as Stanley and Vladimir, are portrayed as deeply troubled individuals, grappling with the profound sense of disempowerment and the loss of agency. Yes, we can see Stanley is also in the he was himself was in as he was very famous, as he mentioned that he used to be a musician and all. So he was in his zone, whereas Vladimir and Estragon, they were also waiting for something which is not at all present, or there's no mention that who is Godot, or is it really is it there someone really like a Godot or not? Camus characters such as Murasalt and Dora, these are also characters of two play, that is the guest and the stranger. Yes, we can face existential crisis and the overtly revolt against societal norms and expectations. Despite the struggle, they maintain a sense of dignity as they confront their absurd realities. Subverting archetypes. The play deconstruct traditional characters archetypes, creating complex and ambiguous figures that defy easy characterization, mirroring the inherent complexity of the human experience. Existing literature on absurdism offer various interpretations, emphasizing the lack of theatrical clarity. Scholars like Esleen and Booker explore the complexity of absurdity in literary works. Shifting power dynamics. The plays explore the shifting power dynamics between the character as they struggle to assert their agency and control in the face of overwhelming forces beyond their control. Characters like D. Arrested and the unnamed hero, the agenda or a confused mind, subvert archetypal roles and resist ideological expectations. They embrace uncertainty and ambiguity, challenging established power dynamics and societal norms. So, concluding both the after talking about Pinter and Beckett, we can say that to resonate with audience and scholars alike, as they grapple with the fundamental questions of human existence, their plays serve as a testament to an enduring power of absurdist theatre to challenge our perceptions, provoke critical reflections, and illuminate the profound mysteries of the human experience. Both Pinter's Birthday Party and Beckett's Waiting for Godot explore the theme of existentialism, alienation, and the absurdity of human existence. They do so in distinct ways. Pinter's play dwells into the disintegration of identity and the intrusion of external forces into individuals' lives, creating a sense of unease and paranoia. On the other hand, Beckett's masterpiece portrays a more overtly existential dilemma through the characters of Vladimir and Estragon, who grapples with the futility of waiting for meaning or salvation. Yes, these are my references. Thank you. Now, if anyone is having any question, please.
So, Unnati, my question is explore the motive of alienation and its implication for the characters in Pinter's and Beckett's masterpieces, considering the socio-political context in which they were written.
So they were written during the time of post World War II. So at that time, it was like we can say it was a power or something, or the people were disillusioned, or we can see here that they were like suppressed by the superiors, or we can say the authorities, as we can see in the Mencken and Goldberg, that they are suppressing Stanley and just humiliating him. And in the same way, when we look to the Godot, in that also that Lucky and Bozo Jodi, we can see that. Yes.
My question is, how do Pinter and Beckett depict power dynamics and interpersonal relationships within the context of existential absurdity?
Okay. So when we look at this, we can say that in both the plays, we can see as I mentioned, that they both have the themes of meaninglessness, absurdity we can find, and yes, this all things we can find in both the plays. Thank you. This is from my